Well, good morning. Glad to have you here with me again on Can You Give Me 5 to 7 Minutes? I'm here in Mattoon, Illinois. It's where Carrie and I live right now. And I'm at a place called Lawson Park. And we've been coming down here and watching some baseball games, having a good time. Last time we were here, we rode our bikes down here. And if you've caught one of my other videos on my page, it was actually a date day. I took her to the ball game, but part of the date day was to go to the church and pull some weeds. Now, isn't that an exciting date? Of course, I had one guy in the church that he didn't think that that was such an exciting date. A few days later, he bought me a 5-gallon bucket of weed killer, so we can go out on a little bit more exciting date. But I'm here at Lawson Park, and it's a nice park here. Gets a lot of people here on the weekend. As you can see, it's kind of overcast in the background, and I'm currently getting rained on. I don't know if you can see the rain or not in the video, but I'm getting rained on. But you know what? I'm better than the mailman. I'll be here during rain and snow and typhoon and hurricane and all these different types of things. I will be here to bring these videos to you on Monday morning. But as I was sitting at home last night, God kind of reminded me of something that I had heard a while back. He was reminding me that there are two kinds of lives that we can live. We can live one that's either at the back of the seat, or we can live life on the edge of the seat. Now, on the back of the seat, when you sit down in the seat and you kind of move back, you kind of sit back there and you kind of cross your arms like this, and you just sit back and relax. You might even roll your eyes a little bit. It's just not, not much energy to it. You live life there, and that's not the life where I want to live. My life is the opposite side of that, and I'm hoping as I talk about this morning, your life will be as well. I want to be on the edge of the seat. When you're watching your favorite sports team, maybe it's the Super Bowl, maybe it's the World Series. I remember sitting on the edge of the bed down in Southern Illinois, 2016. Chicago Cubs were in the World Series. It's 11:45, and it's on my birthday, and the Cubs win the World Series, and I say, "Happy birthday to me!" I was on the edge of my seat watching that whole game. And but I was sitting there watching it. It was just, as you're on the edge of your seat, it's always a sign of wonder. It's always a sign of excitement. And so you can either live it at the back of the seat, or you can live your life on the edge of the seat. I choose to live mine on the edge of the seat. I'm reminded in Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5, God's talking to Jeremiah. And he says, "Before I formed you in your mother's womb, I knew you, and I set you apart. And I appointed you as a prophet to the nations." He knew him before he was even formed. He had a plan. He had a purpose before him, before he was even born. That's edge of the seat type stuff. You know what? God knew you before you were born. He chose you before you were in your mother's womb. He set you apart to go and do great and mighty things for him. That is edge of the seat stuff. So as I'm thinking about that, and I'm thinking about what God has appointed me to do, He's appointed me to do these videos. I don't know the final outcome for these videos, what will happen, who it will reach, how far it will go. But you know what? He appointed me to do this. So I know that He has a plan and a purpose for these videos and for those that are watching them. To me, that's edge of the seat stuff. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Christmas time when we're talking edge of the seat. When I was growing up, we would sit at the top of the stairs. I mean, as a kid, man, we might be up at 2 o'clock in the morning waiting for mom and dad to call us downstairs. But we would have to sit at the top of the stairs, and we couldn't come down until they said it's time to come down. So we would sit there with anticipation, sitting on the edge of the steps. And as soon as they said, "Okay, you can come down," bam, we're downstairs. We're sitting in front of the Christmas tree, and there's gifts there, and we're wondering, okay, what's in these packages for us? There's just that anticipation, that eagerness, that edge of the seat type of stuff going on. And then we rip them open, and we see all the gifts that mom and dad got for us. Well, you know what? God has things in store for you that are greater than the gifts that you would have ever received in front of a Christmas tree. He's got edge of the seat stuff for you today. He's got things, He has plans, He has purposes for you today, and He wants you to fulfill them. And when we know this, when we see that, when we saw that in Jeremiah there, that He knew him before he was in his mother's womb, He had set him apart long ago, He had already appointed him. He's saying, "I've appointed you. I have a plan and I have a purpose for you. Seek out that plan and purpose. He says if you seek him with your whole heart, he will be found by you. One of my favorite verses is 1 John 5:14 and 15. It says, and this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, we know that he hears us. And if we know that he hears us, we know that we have what we ask. Man, I'm asking him what his plan and purpose is for my life. And so as I pray that, and it's according to his will, I know that he's going to reveal that to me. And so what do? Man, I sit on the edge of my seat. I sit there with anticipation. I don't lean back in my chair like this and roll my eyes and think, man, I wonder if God's ever going to speak to me. I wonder if he's ever going to show me what it is that he has for me. Man, he's already said that he will. He's already promised that he will. He's already said that he has a plan and a purpose for our lives. So as we're talking here today, and you know these kids, when they play these games out here, I played Little League Baseball as well. Man, I went into the game every time thinking I'm going to win. I went into the game thinking I'm Babe Ruth. I went into the game thinking I'm the best player on the field. But that's the attitude we should have. And that's the attitude we should have with the things of God. Man, God's got something in store for me. There's great and mighty things. I get to be a part of his plan here on the earth. You get to be a part of his plan here on the earth. He's chosen you to fulfill what it is that he has for you and his purpose here on this earth. So man, as you're listening to this video this morning, think about that. Think about what it is that God has planned for you. He has a purpose for you. And sit on your edge of your seat. Sit there with anticipation, expecting him to speak to you and expecting him to do great and mighty things through you. You may not be on some big grand stage someplace. Man, you may do great and mighty things right in your neighborhood. You may do great and mighty things right there within your family, leaving a legacy because God chose you to fulfill the thing that he placed in front of you, and you did it faithfully. So I just want to encourage you here this morning. God has a plan for you. He has a purpose for you. He wants that plan and that purpose fulfilled in your life. He set you apart to fulfill this plan and purpose. Sit on the edge of your seat. Sit there with anticipation, eyes wide open, full of wonder, fully expecting him to come through, fully expecting him to use you for his plan here on the earth. It's raining harder here right now. I'm getting more wet. But you know what? I'm excited to be here with you this morning, and I look forward to being here with you every Monday morning. And I'm going to continue to do these videos because I know that he has a plan and a purpose, and these videos will evolve. I'll start bringing in other people to be a part of this as well. But we'll be going from location to location because every place I put my feet, God's given me for the sake of the gospel. And I sit here with anticipation, looking for those that I can reach out to with the gospel. Hey, thanks for joining me here on this Can You Give Me 5 to 7 Minutes? Man, I look forward to it every week. Hit a like, hit share, leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear what's going on in your life as well, and maybe how God has spoken to you and you sat on the edge of your seat. If you haven't been on the edge of your seat, man, get up there. Get on the edge of your seat. That was a little weird, I know. But get on the edge of your seat. And but we'll look forward to seeing you next Monday here on Can You Give Me 5 to 7 Minutes? We'll see you then. Have a great week.